Dr. Vanila Singh with us now, the former Health and Human Services Chief Medical Officer, Stanford University Medical Center Associate Professor. Doctor, thank you for taking the time. Michigan is a bit of a conundrum, Doctor. We're happy to hear these reports of cases now stabilizing, but still these pretty tough restrictions in place just in case. What do you make of that?
Yeah, good morning, Neil. It is, of course, concerning to the nation and the people of Michigan to see this second peak. They have led in the last 2 weeks on cases and hospitalizations, and certainly some of those hospitals are feeling overwhelmed. At the same time, it is spring. People are definitely wanting their kids back in school to participate in athletics. They want their businesses to stay thriving because of what they've gone through this last year. It's going to need a balance. I support the governor when she looks at bringing in medical therapeutics, expanding, of course, the vaccination efforts, et cetera, and telling people to re-examine again whether or not they're using their masks, keeping the social distances, et cetera. But I think to further lockdown, which is something that the CDC director suggested, it's going to be very tough on people. We have to balance the risk of COVID with all the other risks that people are suffering from, including mental health.
You know, Doctor, it's interesting, and I'm hoping it doesn't come here, but with reports of big problems in India and Brazil, India reporting more than 330,000 new cases of COVID. That's a record through the whole pandemic. Brazil is now facing a hunger epidemic as a result of what's been going on with COVID, the inability to get food to a lot of people. That sounds like a nightmare. And I'm just wondering, I'm sure there are special circumstances to both these countries, but should we worry about stuff like that?
Well, what we really need to probably keep focused on is the variants of COVID that we are seeing and hearing about both in the United States, but certainly abroad. We definitely, I think, are humbled when we see the countries overtaking many other countries in terms of newer cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. It does tell us and signal that we can't become complacent about these new variants. We have to ensure that they get sequenced, that we understand them. What is their transmissibility, and are they responsive to the antibodies that we're getting from our vaccinations, as well as natural infections? So, yes, I think what we really have to make of it is watch those countries, watch what their scientists are doing, collaborate with them, understand what their vaccine rollout efforts are, and are there other factors playing a role, such as the new variants? And we really have to stay on top of the new variants in terms of our understanding of the science behind it, and really keep up our vaccine efforts.
All right, Doctor, thank you very, very much. Dr. Vanila Singh, the former Health and Human Services Chief Medical Officer. We'll see how that plays out.